Hello, everyone, and I'm Garima Bajpai. We have a session today on infrastructure as a code and configuration as a code. In a business language, we call it IaC and CaC. So we have our presenter today, Steve Zeng. He is a seasoned IT professional. He has been walking us through various topics in this Scale Up chapter. We would like to invite him to initiate this conversation. At the end of this presentation, I would like to distribute some tickets to the DevOps Summit Canada, as well as some discount coupons for the training, as well as exam vouchers. So if you're interested, stay tuned. We will have these offers ready for you at the end of the session. So over to you, Steve.
Okay, thank you, Garima, for the introduction. Hello, everyone. Now is the last day of the July. I hope everyone are doing well in the amazing summertime. Today's topic is about the infrastructure and configuration automation. If you heard the term IaC and CaC in the DevOps world, they are referred to the infrastructure as code and configuration as code. Today, I will give you a rough introduction of the two concepts. This is the whole year's agenda. I would like you know we are half done. So if you are interested in the previous meetups, please refer to our YouTube channel. You will find the recording of the previous meetups. Before I start, as usual, I'll introduce myself. I worked in the IT industry for more than 20 years. I used to work as a developer, a product manager, Agile and DevOps coach. Also, I founded a startup and operated for 5 years. So that's basically that's me. Okay, here is our first topic today. IaC is first. Let's split the term IaC to the three words. So infrastructure as code. So basically, we can split them into two parts: infrastructure and as code. Okay, let's explain them one by one. So after you get the meaning of each word, you can get the understanding of the concept of IaC. Let's do the explain reversely from the code to the infrastructure. So first, what is code? Here, we say code or scripts can be version controlled. That is a code. And the second one, after developing, the script can run everywhere many times. So to the long run, it will save your time. So that's some developers talk to me. They sometimes they want to do things manually because they think it is a one-time job. But I always told them, if you are a developer, no job to you is a one-time job. So always write your scripts for yourself and for other developers. Okay, and the third thing is code can be called automatically. That is a code. And also code can be triggered by events. Manual is just one of these triggers. It's triggered by a human being, right? Okay, so that is the concept of code. Let's spend some time on the middle word as. Okay, so it means we can have a better way to accomplish the goals. Like the example I put here. If your goal is to edit a PPT a PowerPoint presentation, find a way to use Microsoft PowerPoint for 5 hours. Maybe you want to build a presentation. So it is better to purchase a desktop from the Best Buy and install Windows and Office. So that is the power of the word IaC. Means if you can rent some software for 5 hours and you use it from your browser, that is better than to buy a computer. Okay, and again, if I want to launch a WordPress website, the better idea is not to purchase a Dell server. You know, the better idea always be to rent a cloud infrastructure to do that. Okay, let's go to the last word, infrastructure. The basic infrastructure is a physical computer. In order to access to a high-speed internet, you probably need to send the server to in a data center and put it in a stack. So usually you'll see the physical server something like this. This is the latest Dell server. Okay. But on the other hand, the cloud infrastructure, I don't need a physical server. I even don't care where my server is. Okay. So because I just rent the compute capability from a server. The server is not my asset. I rent the compute capabilities. Okay, and the goal of the infrastructure as code are use the cloud infrastructure and develop scripts to create these infrastructures. That is infrastructure as code. Okay, you may have the same question of a developer. As I said just now, once a developer say to me, I can manually create an infrastructure when I need, because AWS, no matter AWS or Azure, IBM, Oracle, they provide a portal. So I can log in to my portal and to click, and then suddenly I will have like a IaC tool instance I can use. Why I need to develop a script? It's just like if I want to buy a desktop from Best Buy, I just go to Best Buy. I don't need to develop a robot and ask him to buy the computer from the Best Buy, right? It seems it makes sense because it is a one-time job, right? But here I list 4 reasons you want to develop scripts. Here I want to stress that that's the last one, or we can let's walk through the 3 first. I say that it is not a one-time job. A project usually has more than 4 environments. As you know, or as I said in the previous meetups in the SRE and CDEF, usually we will have the development environment, we have a staging environment, we have a UAT environment, and also we have a production environment. And sometimes the testers, the QA will create multiple environment for the different purpose of his testing. So you will have a lot of environments. That means you will repeatedly click the buttons in the AWS portal. Okay, so this is not a one-time job. And another thing, other developers can review your script, but they won't spend time to watch you click the buttons. As I said, we are human. Humans make mistakes. How to prevent human to make mistakes is about the best way is pair programming. That means someone will review your code, or while you are coding, someone just sit beside to you and he watch your screen. But no developers will interested in watching you click the buttons. And also click the buttons, you will make a mistake. But write a script. The script, once you finish it, the script will never make mistakes at all the time. Okay. And the third one, human always make mistake on the repetitive job. Computer never. I have already explained that. Okay. And here, let's go to the most important one, the last one. Many senior IT manager told me they worry about the legacy system, or even worse, when they think of the current system will become the legacy system in 3 years. When they think about it, they always can't sleep at night. As a consultant, I told them legacy is not always relevant to the time. It's not about 2 years, 3 years, or 10 years. A legacy system is the one its creator abandoned it, and no one knows what he clicked 3 years ago. That is the legacy system. That means even your platform, your system is 10 years ago. But if you have a group of developers continue working on the system, this system is not a legacy system. And also we know that most of the time it's not about the creator abandon the system. It's about the company abandoned the creators. They will will lay off some of the developers, no matter in which reason. Okay, and also after the key person left, the current system is announced to become a legacy system. So even your system is just let's say 6 months years old, but if the last person of this product left your team or even left your company, the half-year-old system is a legacy system. Okay, so the best way to solve the legacy problem is to let your new developer understand the code and improve the code. And by doing that, as a manager, you won't worry about the key person quit his job, because many new developers, developers know the whole system as well as him. Okay, and by that way, you never make any of your system a legacy platform. Okay, and also this practice also works to the infrastructure, because now no matter you use the Dell server or you use AWS, you don't want after 3 years no one knows the structure of the production environment, right? Or you don't want no one know how to start up a platform in your Dell server. Okay, so no one if no one can rebuild the whole system, that will be a disaster to your product. Okay, so by turning your infrastructure to script and ask your new developer to take over the script. After he understands the scripts, your system will fresh forever. Okay, you don't worry about legacy, the word legacy. This word never to your team. Okay, here is this page. About the IaC tools, we can have many native tools and third-party tools can help you to implement the IaC infrastructure. For AWS, you can use the AWS Cloud Formation. That means if you are new to AWS, usually you will log into the AWS and click something to launch EC tool, to launch a RDS. But there have another way. You can use the Cloud Formation service to write a JSON or a YAML script. And Cloud Formation can help you run the whole script. And the script describe how to provision EC2 or RDS. That is the whole structure of the AWS Cloud Formation. And for the Azure world, the Microsoft part, they have the same tool, but they changed the name. The name is the Resource Manager, but basically it's the same thing. They use YAML. You can use YAML script to provision your cloud infrastructure. Okay, those tools are all native tools. Also, some third-party tools can do the IaC. First one, I want to introduce the Terraform. Terraform is a classic IaC tool. It is open source. It uses JSON to describe your infrastructure. As you can see in this screen, this chunk of JSON try to provision AWS EC2. It gives the AMI name and the instance type and some other properties. So you can use the Terraform script, run the definition to create the infrastructure. Means after you finish those script, you use the Terraform space up. Then this script will help you to create EC2 or many EC tools. Another tool I want to introduce is Plummy. Plummy is a new tool. It is the same concept of Terraform, but the difference is Plummy you use Python instead of a JSON script. We know that basically JSON is like XML or like HTML is the descriptive language. It is not a programming language, but Python is Python is a programming language. By using Python, you can have more possibilities to manipulate your code. See, suppose, although you can use if, you can use for in the Terraform, but it's not straightforward. But using if or for loop, it is the natural behavior in programming language. So it's more straightforward to use that. So if you choose which IaC tool chain you're going to have, my suggestion is go to plumbing. One concern about plumbing is because plumbing is new, so there might be some minor bugs of them. But Terraform is many years, so we can trust Terraform. Okay, so these are the third-party tools for the IaC. Next part, the next topic is CaC, which refers to configuration as code. We know that there are many configuration files in one application. I paste a part of the configuration file, configuration. So you can see in the configuration, here I define a database connection, a JDBC database connection, and I define a username and a password so that your application can connect to 330 a MySQL, right? Okay, so imagine that this information is different to your each environments, right? As I said, you will have you will at least have 4 environments, and you might have more environment. You can't use the same username and the user password in your production and in your development environment. Although some of the organization did so, but it's highly not recommend that because it is not secure. You cannot let any of the developer know the environment credential of the production environment. Okay, so that means you will have many username and password to each of your environment. How to replicate the information securely? That means because you have three environments, let's say you have 3 environments, how to securely and copy this information and change some of the credentials. After that, give this information to each of the environment. That is CaC's work. Okay, and also the important part is you need to do it automatically. You don't need a developer to change something manually and then copy the file to your staging environment, and some ops to change something manually and copy it to your production environment. You don't want it. You want it automatically, and CaC will help you do that. So CaC pipeline can do the trick, as I said just now. Here is a structure diagram of how CaC working. In the left part, we have 2 types of configuration file. Application configuration file, that is the first group. Suppose we have 10 microservices, and each one have 2 configuration file. It is normal, right? And in that condition, you will have 20 files totally. And the second group is the infrastructure configuration file. As I said before, that might be a Terraform script or a Python scripts. It is the infrastructure configuration file. And if you have implemented IaC, your infrastructure is code. So you'll need that file here. And suppose you use Jenkins for the pipeline. Here, Jenkins here. When a continuous deployment is triggered, a CD is triggered, Jenkins will get the secret from the vault. And in AWS, it has a service, Secret Manager. In Azure, the same thing named Key Vault. So no matter which one, Jenkins will get the secrets from the vault. And You can also install plugins of Jenkins and put the secret in Jenkins if you don't want to use secret manager or key vaults. But I don't suggest you use Jenkins one because you need to raise your Jenkins to a higher security level, because now because by doing that, now Jenkins has your production environment credentials. So that is not secure enough. But anyway, Jenkins will run the script you developed to replace the placeholders to the credential based on the different environment. And after your pipeline is ready, you accomplished the task of replica configuration file and replace the secret to match the environment. And the beautiful part of the pipeline is it is secure and it is automatic. Okay, and you might think of what is the placeholder and how I do the replacement, something like that. In this page, I will describe that. Also in this page, I like to share the best practice of managing the configuration file. As you can see in the previous page, all the no matter the credentials or the database connections string are in the configuration file directly. But my suggestion is to use those stakeholders. Like in your configuration file, you use the DB server for the database connection, DB port for the database port, and DB name. And the same thing, you use the placeholder for the username and the password. It is the best practice. Don't directly put anything about your environment information into the configuration file. Okay. And the second part, some developers might do a trick. So they think because the problem is about the configuration file is environment sensitive, means different environment need different SQL Server, different database connections and the port. They will predefine the configuration keyword in the target servers. Means they will put the server information, the username and the password information in these servers, in the dev server, and in the staging server, and in the production server. The two the credentials and the configuration files in those three servers are different. So by doing that, they don't worry about different credentials should be used in the different servers. That might do the trick. But this trick worked well in the past when they don't have the cloud infrastructure. At that time, we only have a couple of servers, like I only have 10 servers, or even I only have 30 servers in each environments. So we can do it manually. We can put some configuration file in one server, okay? But nowadays, if you use the cloud infrastructure, you might have 100 or even more virtual machines and more services, like in the AWS or Azure cloud services. And also those virtual machines, you might stop it freely. You might terminate it in any time. And because that is no pains for that. after you terminated EC tool, you can quickly provision another EC tool. That is a normal operation when you use the cloud infrastructure. But in the cloud environment, you can't predefine the keyword manually, because after you did your hard working to copy and paste your configuration file in 100 AWS EC tool, but half of them, 50 of the servers will terminate it because some of the reasons, and 50 of virtual machines, 50 new virtual machines is provisioned. So you need to do it again and again. So that is not working. And also not to say if any keyword is changed. Suppose sometimes when we want to change the production credential because of the security reason. Suppose you have a 100 server, you need to change the credentials in those 100 server. That's a lot of work and a boring work. Okay, but using the automation and using the solution from CaC, all things will process automatically and by your script, and your script will be reviewed by another developer. That make another layer of safety to your cloud infrastructure. At last, if you want to know more about IaC and CaC, you can contact Capital Carbon Consulting or contact me to get the SRE or CDEF certificate. In the SRE and the CDEF, the two courses are all talking about the IaC and CaC, and theirs has more best practice in the course. That's all for today. Also, I want to mention in August, probably in the last day of the August, we will talk about the AI ops and the chat ops. Cool. Okay. Thank you, everyone. If you are interested in the DevOps automation, or you are interested in SRE, CDEF, CaC, IaC, you can add me LinkedIn, or welcome to contact Capital Carbon Consulting. See you next month.
Yeah, thank you, Steve. And in case anyone has any questions before Steve signs off, let us know. What you need to do is you need to check your email. I would send you the pre-registration form for the DevOps Summit Canada. If you're interested to join us there, please do fill that pre-registration form. And in case you want to have a discount coupon from our side, either for the exam or the training, just let us know through the meetup channel, or you can also let us know through this chat. Before we sign off, any questions? Okay, if there are no questions, then Steve, thank you very much. It was really an interesting session, and we will continue this next month with the topic AI ops and chat ops. So see you then. Bye for now.
Thank you. Bye.